Okay, hello knockouts. Tonya Tko here. And we are getting ready to finish up the conversation that we started earlier. So today we came out and we were talking about social media and my thing is falling down. Well, not falling down, I'm redoing it. Okay, so earlier today we came out and we were talking about our experiences on social media and trying to figure out when exactly social media became a community of cowards, of people hiding behind the anonymity online in order to wreak havoc on people's pages, on people's profiles, on people's existences, etc. And so the feedback that I've been getting has been kind of mixed. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a discussion about. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my rap together. So and it's trying to come out. All right. So we're going to have, hey Missy, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to have a conversation about. So I'm going to open up the phone lines. The telephone number is 323. Oh goodness. It's either 388 or 488. Let's check and see. All right, it's 488. So the telephone number is 323-488-3149. And so we're going to be dialoguing, so you can call in and you can talk with me live about what your experience has been like. Since I put up the video earlier, there have been a lot of people who have come forward behind the scenes to let me know what it is that they have been going through, what they've been experiencing, etc. So like I said, so the feedback has been kind of mixed. There's some people who are saying, yeah, things are definitely worse now. Things were better before. People are saying things have always been the same. Other people are saying it's what you choose to focus on that makes the determination of what it is that you choose, what it is that you see. And it looks like even though I gave it an hour between the last broadcast, it seems like the video is still inside of the YouTube vortex, which is cool. So what I'll do is I'll use this time as just the opportunity to speak about why I'm making this video. Basically, number one, last night when I was just roaming around on social media, I went from Twitter to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and I was just looking around at the way that people interact. And one of the things that I was seeing was a lot of people attacking each other, um, a lot of people coming out attacking other people. And it was strange. And they were like people who were ganging up. It was like packs of wild animal ganging up on one particular person, then switching that around to gang up on other people, anybody who had a different point of view, etc. And so I decided to come out and make this video just to kind of get it off my chest, trying to figure out, when did we become a society of people who would choose to say things online that we know that, one, we wouldn't say to a person's face, two, that if that person knew our people, our parents, our family, friend, etc., if they had an inside link into those people, that they wouldn't be saying those things. Three, when did we become detached from the humanity of other people? And one of the things that I'm hearing is that it's actually gotten a lot worse over the years, where young people who have been raised in this situation, in present day social media, really don't know any other way to do it. There was someone who commented on one of my videos who said that she saw, the broadcast that I'd done. Like I said, there have been a lot of people who have come out talking about their experience, talking about what it is that they've been going through. And the young person who came out and spoke was like, listen, if I don't post pretty pictures, people don't even want to hear what it is that I have to say. And then so it talks, so then this lends to the whole conformity about people conforming online to fit a certain aesthetic in order to be able to, I don't know. I really don't know. You know what? So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm just going to, because like I said, YouTube has the video inside of a vortex where people are not getting the notification about the video having gone live, which is cool. You know, it's one of the many down parts of the platform of YouTube. You know, they have the algorithm, and that's another thing. The algorithm that is controlling the algorithm that is controlling, and there's a person in the comments who's like, I'll be unfollowing after this live. How about I help you with that right now? And just keep it as simple as that. You know what I mean? Like I said, the phone lines are open. The phone lines are open, and this was a person who was talking in the comments about what it is that, and she was saying, I say stuff to people's face. And so because of the conversation that we've had thus far, she's decided, oh, I'm going to unfollow you. See, and it's that sort of thing. The phone lines are open. If you want to call in and say whatever it is that you need to say. However, put your name and put your face behind it. Show us what your Instagram looks like. Show us what your Facebook page is. Because people are like, oh, I'll say it to your face. Will you? And this is what I'm talking about. The cowardice. The telephone number is 323-488-3149. You have a lot that you want to say. You know, it's like, so even though this person had the opportunity in the comments to even though they had the opportunity to call in, instead they're going to type in the comments, I'll be unfollowing. Okay? So unfollow. It's like there's a vast amount of just real estate and space online where people have the opportunity to watch who they want to watch, not watch who they don't want to watch, yet they still feel this compulsion on the inside to start typing out how it is that they feel about a person. Oh, oh, I don't, oh, I'm leaving. I'm going to some other. Okay, leave, go to another page. It's like, that is your right. I mean, there's nobody twisting your arm up behind your back and they're like, what, this page? No, nobody's doing that. And one of the things that I notice is that there's this human disconnect that exists between us. So if somebody can type the number, Missy, can you paste the number inside of the comments area? Again, it's 323-488-3149. Okay? And so Missy is saying, right, but they sure didn't come to my house last night. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you're inviting people from the internet into your home, mama. I don't know. Oh, goodness. So yeah, so that's the thing. So that's the dialogue that I want us to have. And I want us to come forward, because there was somebody who was saying, oh, there are positive comments online. And oh, yeah, there are negative comments. Now, I don't use words like positive and negative. I talk about the energy of the comment. Is this a low vibrating comment? Is this a comment that uplifts and supports? So I don't use those words like negative and positive. And one of the things that I also notice is that people project. They project what it is that's going on inside of them. So these are some of my theories, right? These are some of my theories. One, the barrier that we have between people not knowing us and who it is that we are off of the computer, where we can use fake pictures, fake profiles, fake everything, right? And then make our comments. So that's one. Two, I think it's our interpretation of people's typed words. So that we have something that we have going on inside of our head, and then we read these typed words and we're like, oh my goodness, this person is meaning XYZ. Because a person can type in capitals and change the whole feel that you have for what it is that they're saying. You know, so that's two, right? Three, I think that there's a lack of really trying to understand a person's point of view. I think that many of us become inflexible in what it is that we're thinking and feeling, so that we don't want to bend or shift. We think that the way that we feel is truth. And there's 7 billion people in the world with many different types of truths with a lowercase t, not truth with the capital T. You know, so we have that. And I think that those are the, oh, and then somebody brought this up on the video earlier, right? That because we talked about the progression of how we got to where it is that we are today. So we talked about starting on the phone lines, then going to AOL chat, going to Yahoo Messenger. You guys remember that from back in the days, to something like Black Planet, to MySpace. Then there was YouTube, Facebook, and then Twitter, and then Instagram came around, right? And one of the things that the person mentioned is, well, back in the days when they had the, because we also talked about Napster and LimeWire and how it was peer to peer. However, they were saying that that was basically for the exchange of information, like you would exchange information from one location to the next location, right? And then they also brought up the fact that the AOL chat rooms and these other places were moderated. So the platforms paid moderators to to control how the conversation went. And I think with the YouTube, with the new way that YouTube decided to do things, you then had to be your own moderator. And I think at first people kind of just dipped their toes in the water, right? They just kind of dipped their toes in the water, just saying kind of crazies. Oh, you're having a bad day. So you just start saying anything to people, letting off some steam by attacking other people online, right? And then there's no moderators. So my personal opinion, the lack of moderators with YouTube's ability to have an unlimited amount of accounts that you can just switch between with the click of a button. So you could say something and then you just switch to another account with no picture, and then you could just type whatever you want, with there not being any type of waiting period, without there being any type of monitoring. So Latanya is saying that's why you can't take it personal. And Missy was saying, I was actually a moderator for a teen chat, LOL, my first job as a kid, right? All right. Well, you know what? I also had a colleague who one of his first jobs was being a moderator on some, there was some sort of virtual reality community where people, I think it was called My Other Life or something like that. I'd never seen it. And he mentioned it to me a few times, but I was like, the name didn't stick with me. So it was like Other Life or something like that. And so basically you would live and you would be in this virtual reality world, and he was a moderator in there. And he was saying that they needed to have a mental health fund because the types of things that you would see would be so gruesome, like the things that you would catch would be so gruesome that it would have a devastating effect on his psyche. Like he was saying that people would post links to videos of children being hurt, um, snuff films and videos where they would depict either a real life person or a simulated DATH, and so I was like, wow, all of that was going on. And he was like, yeah, he was like, and you would have to catch it quickly. And he was like, there were a lot of moderators there. But what is YouTube? What is Facebook? What is Twitter? What is Instagram? And you know what? I haven't seen it too bad on Instagram, because on Instagram you go to a person's page and you can see their face and all their pictures and everything. But on a place like, but even a place, and it's strange. It's strange because even a place like Facebook, where people supposedly have verified their accounts, etc., um, who have supposedly real life pictures of them, it gets very nasty and very vicious on Facebook, where people are launching and waging all different types of attacks. One, attacking other people and just coming out of themselves. Two, if a person disagrees with you, blocking them on the spot. Three, the ability to also on Facebook switch between accounts so that people, I actually once had this guy who had two different accounts, right? And he made the mistake of sending me a message from his other account. And then he was like in an argument on my page, arguing with people on the page. And then he switched to his other account, and then he started defending himself. He was like, yeah, this guy is right, this, that, and the other, yeah, and then attacking other people and defending this guy, the quote unquote guy, right? And I was like, um, I know that that's your other account. I was like, remember you had written me, and he was like, oh, that's my cousin's page. I wrote to you from my cousin's, no. He was like, my cousin, I wrote to you that day from my cousin's page because I was on his computer, but that's his real profile. And so now my cousin has come out and he's defending me. And I was like, I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. And then he went off, and then he ended up blocking me. And I was like, I was like, yeah, okay. So we're here again. YouTube is starting to send out the notification to people. The phone lines are open: 323-488-3149. 323-488-3149. If someone can paste that inside of the room so that you can have it and you can dial in now and let your thoughts be heard about what's happening. What have you seen go down on social media in your world? And so Missy is saying, at least on Teen Chat, I could disconnect the people, the mean people. Now that's not possible. What do you mean you can't disconnect the mean people? All right, so Alicia's here for this one. Demita's saying that's a huge glass. Yes, that's my raspberry vinaigrade. And I have some blackberries, blueberries, and stuff inside of it today. And Nicola's saying, I was attacked by a so-called friend on Facebook. Phone lines are open. Somebody paste the number inside: 323-488-3149. And then we're going to take the conversation to the phone lines and talk about what it is that we've been experiencing lately. Is it all in my mind? Are people just living a wonderful, charmed life and everyone is so jolly and happy and spreading joy online? Am I just only seeing, the fighting, etc., because that's what I'm choosing to see? And so Nicola's saying, at least you can block people on Facebook. Missy is saying, on FB, cyberbullying gets out of control. Yeah, and then you know what? One of the things that my heart breaks for are younger people who are being raised in this generation who don't know anything other than this. And one of the things that's one of my biggest concerns is that these social media algorithms are shaping our society. That's one. And then two, there are a certain number of trolls and infiltrators from other countries who are just purposely just so Ivana, you said you've tried 4 times. You know what? Oh, I have my volume off. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Every time it's something different with me. Every time it's something different. Okay, so I have my I'm sorry, I have my volume on now. There's always something different with me. And this thing, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. Try back again, okay? Try back again. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I am doing my once annual sale of vitamin E. It's on my website, tonyatko.com/shop, or you can just click on the shop button and scroll down. It's down at the bottom underneath the MP3s, etc. So you can go ahead and get that now. I'm taking all of the orders now, and then once I get all of the orders in, I'm going to end my annual sale, and then I'm going to begin shipping them. Okay? So Kakogo is saying, Miss Tonya, I deleted my Facebook about a year ago, and I think it was one of the best decisions in my life. So when you deleted your Facebook, tell me, is there something going on with, let me know. Let me refresh this. You know what? Let me refresh this. and come back and come back. Let me refresh the phone thing and then try again. So I need someone to test it out for me. Oh wow, look at that. There have been so many phone calls that have come in that I've missed. Sorry. Can you try again? It's the my phone my the volume is up now. So I want to hear your point of view and what it is that you've been going through online, what navigating around social media has been like. So here comes in the first call. All right, you're on live with Tonya Tko.
Hey, okay, I'm Ivana.
Hey Ivana, how are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm so glad that I got to you. I was thinking, oh, my phone is busting up. I didn't know what it was. I was like, am I typing the wrong
You
number?
know what? It was my
So we
bad.
got it.
It's always something, or either it's in do not disturb or the page. Oh, it's always something. It's always something.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad that I was just able to get through. So that's a good thing. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, just make sure that you
I
talk up. So talk to me. What has it been like for you?
I feel like as far as social media goes, I think it's kind of a symptom, when people are being mean, at least on social media, I think it's a symptom of our society having a lack of human compassion and
Okay.
relishing in the hurt of other people. Like, um, something that kind of was sensationalized with world stars, like the fight videos, and people thinking that that was
Oh.
so funny. And then also the YouTube videos where men would be like making fun of how black some, black women, quote unquote, act, and
Yeah.
making fun of different people in that way. I can remember my freshman year of high school. I had like some guys post on Facebook that I didn't really know that well, but I
Yeah.
can remember he like put all these different like big posts up that was saying like different specific mean things about girls, that had ended up liking one of his posts, and people were like giving him all these likes and laughs and stuff. I just blocked the person, but I think that people, whenever they can get rewarded for bad behavior or being like outlandish, it
Yeah.
encourages that behavior. So I don't know if on Instagram you can like comments, but I know on Facebook you can like if a person is saying something mean, and people
Yeah.
kind of feel empowered when they get a lot of likes.
Ah, you know what? That's really interesting. Okay. So
Yeah.
people become empowered when they get a lot of likes and have their behavior rewarded. But the thing that I don't understand is why are we rewarding certain types of behavior? Why? So it's more than just about the individual, it's about us as a society. Why are we rewarding that type of thing? Two,
Yeah.
why would a person want, but you're right, the whole world star thing really created an avenue for people to film things and be like these street reporters for the bizarre and the insane.
Right.
And
And
then
even
mhm.
sorry, and even when we look at, like I remember on TV when I was first beginning in high school, they had this was a not a pot look or whatever, and they would be like, I don't know why she would wear this dress, and like, trashing the person basically. So that kind of media, and people feeling like it was really okay to degrade a person,
Yes.
or talk bad about them, and that kind of being sensationalized made other people think that it was cool to talk about people and try to pick apart a person.
Oh, you know what? You're right. So long before social media, we had these entertainment outlets where they would
Hmm.
be discussing people's outfits and talking about how their outfits were awful, etc. So remember I did the video the other day about why I refuse to discuss Wendy Williams. And I said, listen, I grew up in New York
Yeah,
and Wendy Williams' radio show was much worse than her TV show. Like she was really vicious back in
yeah,
the days. Um, However, when the average citizen then became the quote unquote reporter, then they could also be vicious towards other people. Ah, this is so interesting. Very, very
Yeah, and develop
interesting.
a platform. I mean, people grow a following from being simply from being vicious. A lot of times in the social media realm, that's really what gets people popular. Sometimes is being really mean and nasty and breaking other people down so that they look greater.
Okay.
It's just sad.
Okay, so coming from within the person where they feel so that their level of self-love is so tattered and torn that in order to be able to make themselves feel better, they want to step down on someone else. That's very interesting. I appreciate you
Right.
calling in with that point of view, Ivana. That's very interesting. You know what? Listen,
Well, thank you.
carry the show for 1 second. I need to turn my lights on because the sun is going down. So start talking and keep the people
Okay.
entertained. Okay, go ahead. Go. It's your turn now.
Okay.
Go.
I think that as a society as a whole, we really need to work on cultivating more human compassion. I know that our leaders currently um, are really encouraging us to be more visceral to each other and really tear each other down. And we want to be the people that are right, and everybody else has a stupid mind or whatever. But really, if we come to things with what Tonya talks about, with more self-love, and we're able to explain things with to other people and listen to understand, then we'll have a lot more compassion and understanding, I think, in society as a whole, and we'll be on a what Tanya likes to say, a higher vibration, right?
Okay.
So I think that that's really important.
Well, let me
I
ask you
don't
this
know if
question.
it'll
Do you think
happen.
that, oh, that was my next question. And you just answered, you don't know if, if it'll happen. That's my next question. How do we get from where it is that we are now to the other side of this? How do we become a more loving society? Does social media need to be destroyed altogether? Do we need a breakdown in society where then we're living like the people in what do you call this with the zombies, Walking Dead? Is that how we need to be?
I've read an article before, and they were talking about how certain people are never taught human compassion. And I do think to a certain extent, when we are young, we have a lot of kinship and we feel hurt if we see another person that's hurt. It kind of makes us upset. But then there's at some point like a certain shift in that where we're trying to figure out what cliques we want to be a part of, and we want to feel like we're the best clique. So we kind of do try to elevate ourselves opposed to others, or maybe even individually. But I remember distinctly throughout my childhood being told by my parents that it's always important to have human compassion, and even if you don't agree with the person
Yeah.
or their belief style doesn't line up with yours or whatever, you don't, ever wish death upon them or, wish something bad would happen to them, because at the end of the day, they're human, and you have respect for human life and respect for a person. But some people are never taught that, and some people, go into parenthood without thinking about what values they want to instill into
Yeah.
their
No, I feel
children.
you. I feel you. You know what? That's really, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Ivana, thank you so much for calling in. That was exactly what we needed at this very moment. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Ivana.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tanya, and I'll talk to you soon. I love your show.
I love you too, Mama. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
too. Bye-bye.
Okay, so there was a lot in that call and in that conversation, a lot to really kind of process and digest. The question that we posed earlier was, when did all of this begin? When was the first time? So let's do a survey. Let's do a survey right now. Let's do a survey. Okay? All right. What should I what's a good what's a good topic? What's a good topic for our survey? So let's do a quick survey. Um, hmm. Oh, let me see. You know what? I want to do a survey because I want to find out from. Okay, so let's do this survey. All right. So we're going to do a 1, a 2, and a 3. Okay. If you think that there is more positive, see, now this person got me using the word positive. If you believe that most of the comments and interactions that you see on, so this is in terms of most, right? If you believe that most of the interactions that you see are uplifting and high vibrational, put up a 1. If you believe that it's kind of 50-50, half and half, that there are half pleasant comments, half unpleasant comments, then just put a 2, okay? And if you believe that most of the comments and interactions that you're witnessing online are low vibrational, vicious attacks, I want you to put up a 3. So we have a 1, a 2, a 3, and please only vote once, okay? So Baby P is saying half and half. The Real is saying half and half. Marilyn is saying half and half. April saying more vicious. Alicia saying more vicious. Kagogo saying half and half. Tony saying more vicious. Carmela saying half and half. Jamaican saying half and half. Havana saying half and half. Milton saying 3. Smiley face saying 2. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, well, thank you all for voting. Thank you all for voting. So far, nobody has put up a 1. So far, not one person has put up a 1. So what we're saying is that the interactions are between half and half, uplifting and so Dipped in Indigo, I really want you to call in and give your point of view as a young person who is online nowadays. If you can spare a few moments in between your work, what it is that you're doing, to talk about what your experience as a young person is online and what the interactions are like. With me being a content creator, I would say that with me being a content creator, with me reading my own comments on my channels, the interactions that I see most of them are critiques. Very few of them are actually, people who are giving a helping hand or an uplifting word. That's my experience, right? And it seems like there are many people who also have the experience of feeling like most of the interactions are vicious. And then it seemed like it was kind of running half and half there, where the people so Ivana is saying, I've heard people get a boost in endorphins per like. Yeah. You know what? I was watching this social scientist who was talking about the endorphin rush that people get from the pick me up that they get from getting likes and views and getting, and so it's like a dopamine, right? Like this dopamine rush from people liking their content, liking their pictures, etc. So the telephone number is 323-488-3149. Again, 323-488-3149. And if somebody could paste that inside, that would be great. And so they get this boost and this pick me up inside from getting their pictures liked. And I was talking about this on my live broadcast earlier today, that I've seen several people go viral on Twitter, several young people, and when they go viral, you go to their post to kind of comment on it because it's like maybe it's a thoughtful post. But when you get there, the person is like, please, while you're here, make sure you like my selfies. Please make sure that you like my pictures. I have videos on YouTube. Like my videos. And there was like this one guy that I saw who went viral. He was like, I have prank videos. I have prank videos. Make sure you check out my prank videos. And I'm like, what's going on with our youth? And so at first when I heard the social scientist speak about the endorphin rush, I was like, that's ridiculous. Cuz like I don't care whether people like or don't like my content. Like I tell people to like it because of the YouTube algorithm. And then the algorithm is something else that I want us to speak about, because I personally feel like the algorithm is shifting and shaping our society, where like on Facebook, like I noticed this on Facebook. Facebook segregates us by race, like by religious affiliation. So like Facebook will send you friend requests, but they'll only send you friend requests by people of the same race as you, or who have the same liberal views as you. And it stops us as a society from being able to come into contact with people who have a different point of view, people who people who feel differently. It stops us from being able to humanize one another, because I've been on Facebook for many, many years. I probably got a Facebook 10 years ago, if not more. And the amount of Caucasian um, suggestions that they give me, I probably gotten two over, I probably gotten two suggestions over the course of 11 years of a Caucasian person that I didn't know. And Ash is saying, I'm a 90s baby. I deleted my FB in 2011. It was too much drama and trolling. My generation needs confirmation and validation from social media. They look for confidence on social media. Okay. And so Jamaican is saying that's another thing. The phone lines are open right now, 323-488-3149. Jamaican is saying, why do we have to hear a family member is sick or tragedy happened to our loved ones? Why not call? Why does social media have to know that happened to me 2 months ago? Yeah, you know that. I mean, I I feel you on that. I see people posting videos of the. I saw a girl. This is what I first noticed. I saw a girl post a video with not a video, a picture with tears streaming down her face, and she's like, this, that, and the other, and she was just talking about something that could have been handled behind the scenes, but rather than handling it behind the scenes, she decided to take to social media to post a picture of her crying face. I've seen people posting pictures of themselves hooked up to machines in the hospital, and they're like, I'm feeling real bad, y'all. Pray for me. Pray for your boy. And I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on? I've seen people in all, like there was a boy. He was bit by a snake, and instead of calling doctor, ambulance, or whatever, he used his phone to post on social media the picture of his bite mark. Yo, or he even went live, and I believe he expired on camera. He was like, yo, look at this bite. What is this? Does anybody know what an anti-venom? Does anyone know how to get this venom out or whatever? And he expired online in front of his friends. And they were like, go to the hospital, dude. And he was like, I'm feeling really weak. I'm feeling weak. What's happening? Oh, pain in my chest. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, rather than using his phone to get assisted help, he's over there using it. What can we say about that? Phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. I want to hear what your experience lately has been like on social media. Let's take a look. Okay, you're on live with Tonya TKO.
Hey, it's this.
Hey,
And there you
okay.
go.
So hey Indigo. So what has your experience been like online as a young person?
It's okay. So that's really a layered question for
Can
me
you all hear
because
her? Is the volume okay? Let me just check the volume real quick, because you're kind of low on my end.
oh, okay.
All right. So,
Is it, you want me to make like na 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 like?
You're so funny. If you could talk closer to the microphone, that would be great.
I'm like right on it. There's no like.
Really? Okay, well, we're going to have to just go forward then. So go ahead. What has your experience been like online as a young person?
Um, so as I was saying, it's really that's a layered question for someone like me because of what I want to do. So I have a presence on social media, um, on my Instagram and as well as on Facebook, and I have a YouTube channel that I'm trying to grow. Right, I have
Okay.
three of them, but y'all only know about the one. So on the ones like this one, I try to talk about things that are real, like my like what's going on. You know what I mean? Like with
Yeah.
our souls and all these other things, and I try to figure that
Yeah.
out. But the problem that I run into on social media, and this is why it's complex for me, especially on Facebook, is that, and I was kind of commenting, I was the one that commented on your other video, that people won't listen to you. Like, okay, so I've had the issue where, like, I'll post something really meaningful and heartfelt and well thought out and posing the question, like, guys, look deeper, think with dads, think about, the things that we're doing in society. No one will give a shit about what I just said. Sorry, wait, I didn't want to curse, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But then, if you post, like, and you said something like, I went to the beginning of your video about, like, you didn't say fitting into a trope or anything, but, like, so if I post, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm probably an attractive person. So if you post a photo, I mean, objectively so, right? I mean, subjectively so, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
man, whatever. But, like, if you post a photo, right, and then you write, like, something meaningful into the photo, then all of a sudden it has everybody's attention. And I feel like that's a piece that plays into it with you, and not so much me, because you kind of talk about this like being slave to an algorithm, right? Like there's certain things you have to do in order to get, I guess, the involvement that you need to have if you want to actually try to affect other people's lives, actually want to try to help people, if you actually want to start the type of conversations that need to be had. Otherwise,
Yeah.
people, again, like I just said, will not listen to you. So it's like there's a thin line, and it's a struggle for me because I'm actually a really private person. Like if anyone who knows me in real life knows I'm hella private.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle for me to find the balance between the two for me and my own health and my own sanity because
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like participating in anything. And I'm not trying to say that we can't be like these lower like vibrational beings sometimes and like have our moments, but I don't like participating in that. I
What
don't.
is it? What is it
And
that
but
you hate? What is it that you hate participating in?
and like well, I don't have someone in my life. I can't stand it. I don't like
I
bullying.
can't
I
hear you. I
don't
can't
bully
hear you. It's
myself.
muffled. Say that again.
Um, I was just like working through it a bit. I was saying that I don't participate. Don't get it twisted or anything for people, I guess, in the comments and like the trolling and all that stuff. Because I'm not about the bullying life. But like talking about, I don't know, things of surface value to get to more depth, I guess, is what I'm saying. So like, if I have to, so I don't care about, for example, the entertainment industry, like at all. Although I do care about, for example, justice coming to those who were abused by R. Kelly, right? But
Yes.
I don't care about like other crap. Like I don't care about Cardi B for real. I don't care about like no offense to anyone in the comments or anything, but like I don't care about like what's going on with like Beyonce or whoever or whatever. I don't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
But like you have, I feel like I have to have those conversations. Like I don't do it like you do on YouTube, but say on Facebook, in order to get people to even get engaged, so that we can have an actual real conversation. And it's like, and that makes me sick because this is my own like, what am I trying to say? Cohorts are my own. Like this is my generation. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel it's like even in, I'm sorry I'm yelling, but I get so upset about this because even in real life, like, okay, so like last weekend, or a few weekends ago, there was a party or something, that I was invited to in my city. A lot of people want to hang out with me. A lot of people want to be around me, and it's
Yeah.
exhausting. I don't like it. But it's only because of how I look, or it's only because of this. If I try to have a certain kind of conversation with them, it's like we don't care. We don't really care about what you're doing. I mean, well, they will, but they can only go so far. And then we walk around with our faces and our phones. Like I feel like a lot of people are just like addicted to social media, and there is
Yeah.
an addiction. You were talking about the endorphins release. I don't know if I saw the same thing. I read a study though on this. Like
Yeah.
there's endorphins and serotonin and things released when we get this instant gratification from, you know, people reacting to our stuff, and like it feeds these people, and it's kind of weird because it's like, even if you want to make an impact on the world, if you consider yourself a light,
It's muffled. It's muffled again. It's muffled, Mom. I can't say that last part again.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. I was saying it's convoluted and it's confusing for someone like me to navigate, because if you consider yourself a light, if you consider yourself someone who has some sort of, I don't know, like deeper connection with like reality and like truth and like a transcendent type of vibe, it's like, but then you have to play into this. It's just like, oh, I'm so frustrated now.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, I totally feel where you're coming from. And when I was younger, I used to feel some of the same things that you feel, like people just really want to be around you because of how you look or your genitalia or whatnot. Like there are people who come out, like it's so strange because it was like I would have people who would say that they wanted to mentor me. They'd be like, "Oh, let me mentor you, let me be your business mentor or whatnot." And then the moment that you get into close proximity with them, it turns into something else. They try to turn it into something. They try to turn it into something else, and it's frustrating and it's tiring. And you're right. It's like, but you know what? I'll say two different things that came to mind when you were talking. So for everybody, if you couldn't really hear everything that she said, she said a lot. So if you could go back to that part and just turn up the volume. So basically the gist is she'd like to post higher vibrational things. However, people are mainly concerned about, like, if she posts something that's to lift up the universal consciousness, people will just ignore it. However, if she posts a pretty picture, it'll get all of these likes and comments and all of this other stuff, and it makes her feel belittled. So I completely, and I don't know how many other women out there feel the same way. However, I think that a portion of that is the algorithm. So like right now there's 83 people on this live, there's 34 likes. Go ahead and like the video, and then when you like the video, you're going to see that the YouTube algorithm will then be like, oh, people like this video, so let me then send this video to more people. So close the chat area and hit the thumbs up, and then you'll see what it is that I'm talking about, because the algorithm is not human. The algorithm is mechanical, but we have these mechanical forces that are shifting our society. And so I don't know if it's that people don't give a DAMN about, and I'm sorry if I'm spelling, YouTube is very fickle lately. Like they'll put your video inside of a vortex and you won't be able to get, so you won't be able to get reach because they'll keep your video inside like this vortex. But I think it's more than just because there's a person by the name of Ralph Smart, and I don't know if you how many people here know Ralph Smart.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, so he makes videos talking about spirituality, etc. And he's like breathing in that good ass prana, baby.
Yes, I love him. He's amazing. Okay, I know what you're talking about when you said that.
Yeah, he's like infinite waters, diving deep.
Yeah, diving deep.
Right. And so he was able to get in on YouTube before the algorithm switched. However, I think it'll be pretty difficult for somebody in today's present day to create a video about spirituality or saving the planet or helping animals. I think it'll be difficult for somebody to get exposure on YouTube making videos like that. So listen, Indigo, people are saying that they're trying to get through. It's always a pleasure to talk with you. So we're going to pontificate on what it is that you were saying today, and then we will see you in the comments. All right, Indigo? Thank you for sharing your point of view, and study hard and make us proud out there, okay? You are the future.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you. Okay, so there was so many nuggets in what it is that she was saying. The phone lines are open. And I'll say this, even though I'm subscribed to Ralph, I don't even he posts videos every day, but I don't see his post every day. It's like YouTube has an algorithm that works in such a way that you continue to get more of the same, and they gear you towards seeing a certain narrative. So conservatives only see, they're geared towards the conservative point of view, and they start to just see more and more of that, so they keep them sheltered from a larger point of view. And so liberals are geared toward, like, I don't see Infinite Waters every day, but I see Don Lemon every day. I don't even see Chris Cuomo come up on my feed every day. However, I see a lot of the, I don't want to say trashy talks, but even I have had to alter and shift my channel into talking about viral video topics and using viral video topics as a wave to be able to talk about self-love. So writing the hits that are already coming in on a topic, and then using that to then get the ultimate message in and through to people. So the phone lines are open. Missy, can you paste the phone number in the comments again? So Dipped in Indigo is saying, what does one do if they have a spirit and soul like me to be able to do what it is that we need to do? That question is so vague. What is it? What? What? So maybe the question is, how do we start the larger conversation if we feel this calling inside of our spirit to have the bigger conversation? How do we have that larger conversation? And so, how do you have the larger conversation? Unfortunately, it doesn't seem as if social media is going to assist you. It doesn't seem as if the algorithms on Facebook or YouTube, and then the worst part about it, right? And I'll say this, and we only have 8 more minutes because we've been here for almost an hour, and I know that there were some complications in the beginning because YouTube wasn't sending the video out to people's feeds. So many of you got here late. However, YouTube doesn't like long videos. So even the video that's an hour, you'll see that it won't get many views, not because the topic is not great and people don't want to watch it, but because YouTube has gathered. So like the average person, like when I did the study, when I studied this a few years ago, the average person on YouTube stays on a video for 90 seconds. A minute and it was like, I think it was a minute and 12 seconds. And of course my videos are longer, and so I break records on YouTube with the length of my videos. However, with the new algorithm, the new videos won't get placed to new people because of the length, because YouTube will be like, oh, people don't want to see that length, regardless of whether or not they will YouTube, or whether or not they will see it or need the information. YouTube will be like, oh, I'm not going to send that to people because it's just too long. People don't want to see that. You know what I mean? So YouTube rewards, I don't want to say bad behavior, um because that's like a judgment on good and bad, etc. However, YouTube rewards certain types of behavior that may not be in the best interest of our society. And I fear where it is that we're going as a people and as a nation, right? I fear where these artificial intelligences, where they're taking us. And I wish that people could just open up their eyes. When I saw Zuckerberg um in front of Congress talking about how our phones really, because speculating about it is one thing, about how our phones really are listening into us. And then personally, I feel betrayed because you know what? It came out in the news about, like, when they were doing the Mueller investigation, it came out in the news about people using an encrypted messaging service in order to be able to send encrypted messages to each other, right? Go ahead, Indigo. We'll see you later, right? Thank you for calling in. So after WhatsApp was in the news as a secure place to be able to send encrypted messages, Facebook bought them. And then I was whatchamacallit, I was in a conversation with an associate of mine where I was sending him these pictures of these stink pants, like these yoga pants with ruching all up in between the butt cheeks and stuff, and people pumping up their bottom. And it's like I so nonetheless, and we'll talk more about that if we need to. Um, and then after that conversation, he started getting advertisements for yoga pants. And I'm like, so WhatsApp is not even a secure place that we can converse without having our personal conversations turned into opportunities for people to try to market to us. And so Sam is saying, look at the permissions that you allow when you download. They take your info and sell it. And so this is the thing. And so, it's like with many of these apps, you can't even download the apps without allowing certain permissions. And so so go and check the permissions on your apps. There's such a huge conversation that needs to be had. And so Nikki is saying, I feel like we are being watched all the time. I feel the same way. I have a Facebook, what do I have? I have a Facebook fan page. And so did you know that you cannot use a Facebook fan page without a Facebook friend page? So it's like, so they force you to have the friend page. It's like, you know what? Ugh. It's so frustrating. So very, 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 very frustrating. And I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling like we don't have any privacy. I'm tired of feeling like we're being ushered into this dystopia. And Nicole is saying, listen, our phones are listening to us. I completely believe that. That's part of the reason that I got turned off from Facebook. I haven't, since I've seen Zuckerberg before Congress, I haven't really used Facebook. And people are like, oh, you've been away for a while. And I'm like, yeah, I just got turned off. Jamaica is saying, stop rubbing your eyes so hard, Tonya. I know, right? And so Tiana said, me and my girlfriend had a conversation between us show up as a conversation on TV. It's scary AF. You know what? It really is frightening. You know what's frightening too? For those of you who have Gmail monitors how you respond to people, and then they craft these pre-written out, and for some people's Facebook apps, they do the same thing. They have these pre-coined terms that you're most likely to want to do to respond to a person's email or message. Have you seen those? So it's like you get these messages in, and then all you have to do is just press a button, and it's like, wow, you're so amazing. Thank you for this email. And all you have to do is just press the button, and it just sends out that sentence. And I'm like, how do they even know that that's my language and that's my verbiage? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's become so invasive. It's become so invasive. And so we as a society, I feel like we are going along on this wave. I feel like the wave is taking us someplace. And so Pretty is saying it's keyloggers. Is it? Somebody else is saying that it's keyloggers too. Wow. Is it? Oh wow. Listen, we have less than a minute left on the clock. So listen. I am doing my once annual sale of the vitamin E. This is a 20 milliliter jar. After I do after I take all of the orders, I'm going to start shipping them out. So make sure that you get yours now, because once I start shipping, there are no more orders that are going to be coming in, because I need to know how many bags I need to get, how many labels we got to print, and all of that. So I do it all in one bulk once a year. And then, so make sure that you get yours. This is the stuff that helps my skin stay so clear so that I could be on camera right now without any makeup on. I finally got the dot. to go down my whole face. All right, there we go. Okay. And so everybody, listen, thank you for coming out. Thank you for everybody who participated in the conversation. Thank you for everybody who got on the phone lines. Thank you to everyone who gave their point of view in the comments. Thank you to everyone who just thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow. So you had a coworker who was pregnant and one day looked on YT and it showed a recommendation for a video of a woman giving birth. The scary thing was the woman in the video had the same name as my coworker. See what I'm saying? I feel like we don't have much privacy anymore. And in terms of the addiction, I will say this, right? When there was the hurricane in Puerto Rico, and I went down there, we had no cell phone service. I was nervous. It was tremendously taxing for me psychologically because I'm like, listen, nobody can get in touch with me by a phone. I can't see what's happening in the rest of the world. I don't know what's going on this island. It was very scary without being able to connect to information and news. I was frightened. I was frightened every single day. I was like, and when I was finally able to read, I would like have this huge sigh of relief. So it would be like I would get like the serotonin rushes, like, okay, everything is okay. My family is okay. Okay, people are able to reach me. And so it was tremendously taxing for me not having access to social media because I use social media for my news and information. And I didn't know cuz like when we were on the island of Puerto Rico, it felt like we were abandoned by the government. We felt really disconnected. There was no electricity. It felt like Armageddon. It felt like the world was ending. I didn't know what was going to I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know whether bombs were going to be dropped. I didn't know whether another hurricane was I didn't know anything. We knew nothing. And it was tremendously it was hard. It was hard. All right, so listen, I will see you all. And Sam is saying feels like the world is ending now. So Charity is saying, yes, I hate connecting, but I don't like it when I'm unable to connect. It's a catch-22. So yeah, so you know what? And I think that's one of it too. So we want to be able to have the type of connection that we want to have, but then that also comes with the stuff that we were talking about in the beginning of this video. So listen, everybody, I'm going to get out of here and I will see you all in the comments. We're going to take some time to just break this all the way down and have a conversation about this. Share this video with somebody that you think may need to have this conversation. And if you find yourself in these toxic interactions online, let us know in the comments, one, how you got wrapped up into it, and two, how can we shift? All right, so listen, I will see you all later. Thank you all for coming out. I will see you all in the next video where we use a viral topic to ride the wave into talking about self-love and lifting up the universal vibration, because we're finding a way to trick the algorithm into talking about meaningful topics. All right, so I will see you all in the next video. And like I said, make sure that you get your vitamin E right now. I am doing the once annual sale, and so that you can have plump and luscious glowing skin like mine, so that you don't have to wear makeup every day. All right, like the video on your way out, and I will see you all later. Thank you so much.